Bull or bear? Got the old coin here. Let's see what she does. And hard to see. It's spinning way across the table. Bear. Well, 50-50 chance of being right there or wrong. And we just do this for fun. Good evening. Hey, what's up, folks? This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals and ConciergeBullion.com live from Duval Street at Sloppy Joe's in the Key West area. Of course, most of you folks that live in South Florida know exactly where this place is and have likely ventured down this sidewalk and looked at this cam. And for those of you that have not and plan on visiting Florida one day, hopefully coming by to see me at Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals, this is about 4 hours south of us. And if you ever do come to Florida, you know, I highly recommend that you book one night down in the Key West in that area, because really it is a treasure of the United States, like Hawaii, like the Pacific Coast Highway, like many places in America. It's one of our Floridian treasures here. Let me turn that phone off here. Give me 1 second. Spam risk. Spam. I hate these spammers. Sorry about that. Anyways, this is a very cool cam, and you should watch this during, what do they call that, Fantasy Fest. My gosh, if you turn this cam on, Fantasy Fest, make sure you send the kids to bed, and no one under the age of 18 should be even allowed to look at the Fantasy Fest cam here. Anyways, you know how easy it is for me to digress and jump into rabbit holes, and I just did that talking about Florida. Meanwhile, what do I want to talk about? Profit is not a dirty word, all right? Tonight's video is going to be more or less about, got my sheet here, what the real wholesale bid and asks are. What the big dealers and what the dealers out there are actually bidding to buy product and what they're selling product for. And again, this is not exact. Everyone has different buying prices. This is kind of going to be an average of what the major wholesalers out there are buying and selling for without the dealer add-ons, okay? So I'll get into that in a moment. And remember, profit is not a dirty word, folks. A lot of people nowadays, a lot of the younger generation has been conned into believing that profit is a dirty word. It's not at all. Profit motivates people to offer better products and better services. Well, you old school folks get it, and some of you younger folks that watch my videos get it as well. Well, let's get into what the spot prices are. I'm going to do a quick refresh here. Spot prices are courtesy of CCE, one of the best wholesale dealer networks out there, in my opinion. I've been on it a long time. My father was on this back when they used to feed a little paper tape through the machine, like the old teletype systems. Well, anyway, I've talked about that before, and maybe we'll talk about it again in the future. But right now, let's focus on spot prices. And spot prices, right up from where they've been, $17.70, $21.96, nearing that $22 mark, and platinum at $1,000 or that lower $1,000 range right now. Dirt cheap prices, complimentary of the CME Group, the world's leading derivative crooked marketplace out there. That's my opinion. Folks, don't forget, even to the upside, these prices are completely fake and made up. You know, we're looking at $22 silver, and $17.70 gold, and a lot of us are going like, yay, wow, that's super cool, gold and silver's going up, the manipulation is over. Well, let's not count our chickens before they hatch. Remember that these prices, even on the upside, are derived in basically what is a crooked marketplace that's not regulated by the people it's supposed to be, which are the CFTC. However, my God, I'm just so tired of talking about this shit. This has been the major theme for every video for a long time when we talk about spot prices. But what else can you talk about? You can't smooth over this shit. You know what I mean? You got to talk about the reality of the situation, which is that the marketplace for gold, silver, and platinum are derived from a place of crooked players, of manipulative, crooked players, you know, and even to the upside. But man, I hate dwelling on this shit. All I can tell you right now is I think that gold, silver, and platinum are super cheap at these prices. I'm even going to venture to say that I think they're super cheap at even double these prices or more. Meanwhile, even though premiums are as high as they are, which are probably indicative of more realistic numbers when it comes to gold, silver, and platinum. I even think that premiums are cheap based on reality. I believe that gold should be $2,500 or more. I think silver should be at least $50 an ounce, and I think platinum should be at least close to what the price of gold is, at $2,000 or close to that as well. However, platinum, I don't understand that market, but I stand by what I just said with gold and silver. I think they're just artificially too low by half these prices that we're looking at right now or thereabouts. So that's my opinion. I'm sticking with it, and the prices again are derived in a crooked marketplace, folks. They're super cheap. They have been cheap for a long time. They're cheap at anything but double their prices right now. Maybe that's even cheap. And anyways, I'm not jumping down that rabbit hole. I do it too often. Let's get into Gta.org. And I got to get back to the basics here, which is explaining to newer viewers out there things that you should be looking for. Remember, my whole goal here is to teach a person to fish, not give them a fish, because I think teaching a person to fish in the long run does them so much better. And, you know, when you're in business, teaching your customers how to fish versus giving them a fish is, especially if you own a tackle shop, is far superior, because when your customers walk in, this is how I feel, this is why I try to educate you folks out there. When a customer walks in and they already kind of know the basics and they know, you know, what are the best deals and that kind of thing, it certainly makes your job much easier as a dealer to do this. So education, despite what some greedy people out there may think, is very important to teach your customers. You know, the more educated your customers are, the better buyers they are, the better customers they become. All right, why do I tell you this? Because Gta.org is probably the best place to learn about who the players are, who the manipulative, well, we already know who they are. It's central bankers out there. It's the Federal Reserve. It's Bank of International Settlements, BIS, when it comes to gold prices. And Gta.org goes into that with the basics, confiscation, documentation. If you are a gold and a silver stacker, because you silver guys have to watch the price of gold. You have to do it, because wherever gold goes, silver will follow. That includes the downside, in my opinion. I might be pushing it there because of the supply and demand and the lack of supply and the big demand for silver right now. But generally speaking, silver goes where gold goes. So even if you're a silver stacker, you need to have Gta.org on your bookmark bar and read the articles. Not a lot to talk about except the bankrupt crypto storage firm, FTX hit by mysterious outflows. I wanted to give cryptos the benefit of the doubt for such a longest time. I still do to some degree, all right? And the reason that is because I think any person out there that is smart keeps an open mind about everything. However, this just frightens the shit out of me when I hear that these big wallet companies that hold cryptos. Now, the wallet companies out there, in my opinion, are the equivalent to the banks that hold your money when you deposit it for your checking account or your savings account. And it's probably not too far different from this. Think about this, folks. What this company did is they took customers' wallets and their money, and they started backdooring it out to another channel where they are investing it into investments or whatever they think that they could make money on and still maintain their customers' money. But it didn't work for many reasons, because mostly they were a sham and the people running it were fucking idiots. You got to say it, all right? And criminal, really. Even though they weren't intended to be, their stupidity cost people billions of dollars, okay? Well, the same thing can happen in our big banks here. We have the same morons running. I shouldn't say morons. That's kind of not nice, because maybe they're not all morons, but, you know, you have this generation of bankers and this generation of this crypto crowd that are in their 20-somethings that have never been through major down markets, never have been through governments not bailing them out, never have been through this, running these huge corporations and banks. And I don't disclude the bank that I'm in or the bank that you're in. So they take our money, they invest it into risky investments, they go down. old familiar picture, been around a long time. That's exactly what you're seeing with this FTX firm. And another reason why I don't want to be in US dollars, I don't want to have my money stored someplace where they could go down and take me with it. The beauty of gold, silver, and platinum is for 5,000 years, it's in your hand. You're not, as long as you have it stored properly, it has a track record, and it has been considered real money for thousands and thousands of years. And it's not going to get stolen out of your wallet, out of your bank account, or whatever. All right, I digress. Really what I've been talking about is why you should be subscribed to Gtaorg. I know most of my long-term viewers out here, listeners or whatever you want to call, viewers and listeners, are subscribed to, not subscribed, but have this bookmarked on their bar. There's no cost for it. And any of you new folks, you got to do this. You got to read this once every couple days, even though, like I said, they haven't updated it in a few days. And that's kind of the way it is. But again, it's for free. What do you expect? Zero hedge. And again, I like GAT.org. I agree 100% with everything they say. What bothered me the most here, out of wars and out of Sam Bankman-Fry, drugs, orgies, intimidations. Gosh, I'm never going to say that. Oh, it just gets worse and worse and worse. This right here. All we know is he's alive. Jay Leno seriously burned in a car fire. My gosh, you know what? There's a blue-collar guy like myself. I feel that I'm a blue-collar guy. I grew up in a family of cooks and carpenters and people that worked hard enough to pay off their mortgage and take care of their kids and grandkids. I'm from that generation. But I'm glad to see Jay Leno is okay. One of my favorite guys out there to watch. I didn't really watch him ever on the Tonight Show because I was really a Johnny Carson guy. That tells you my age, kind of. But I'm not that old, but I was a Johnny Carson guy. Wasn't a big Jay Leno guy, but since Jay Leno started his videos with cars and did all those kind of videos, man, I like him even more and more. But best wishes to Jay Leno. Take a look at this. These are the two people. I'm not dissing younger people, but how does two inexperienced folks like this get involved with multi-billions of dollars of other people's money? My understanding that this person right here didn't even know basic math or barely knew basic math and made the claim that they never lost on their investments. Again, that's secondary information. And this person right here was just, the reason they made money is because they created some algorithm that someone wanted or some program that someone wanted and was able to market themselves appropriately. And apparently they gave millions, I don't know, billion, whatever, dollars to a particular political party. Again, I think Elon Musk said today that this company will never be investigated because they gave millions to a particular party, but I hope that's not true. But look, folks, both of these folks, probably well-intended, but do you put your money in with people that have that kind of youth? And I'm not dissing you young folks out there, but no experience whatsoever. This person right here, which is plain stupid, openly admitted to committing fraud, openly admitted in videos. And what do I account that to? I account that to just being inexperienced. And do you give your money to inexperienced people? No, only a fool does, in my opinion. Nothing good here, but by the way, I do like ZH, not because I think everything they say is true. There's some extreme stuff, there's some stuff that, but I like the fact that they give you all different types of opinions, all different types of viewpoints, and a lot of different stories. It's up to you, not the media, to determine what the truth is, all right? Because if you trust the media, whether it's left or right, more than likely you're going to be an idiot. So, sorry, true. All right. I told you I was going to get into prices, gold prices, silver prices, what the wholesale numbers were. It's the one thing that I can do better than any YouTube talking head out there is give you, what the best deals are and what the best deals are not. And I'm going to kind of read off some of the wholesale numbers here as well. I think you'll find this interesting, what the general wholesale bid and asks are for all products without your local dealer or my profit involved at all. Profit's not a dirty word, so I'm not afraid of sharing with you what I actually pay for some products, okay? Give or take $5 or $10. Hang on one second. Drop my paper, drop my sheet on the floor. Gonna take a little sip. Cheers to all you folks out there. In the evening video, a Pinot Noir. Boy, that's a good one too, California. I love California. Just don't like the government taxes and property prices. But Florida's getting like that too. All right, let's take a look at what the best deals out there. Again, this is the one thing I can do better than any, all right, I'm bragging right now, any talking head out there on YouTube land when it comes to gold and silver and those kind of products. First, we're going to do gold prices for Eagles, all right? Let's see, in stock. Let's go to, by the way, here's my little advertising spiel. I advertise to be SD Bullion, APMEX Bullion, JM Bullion, and any of the big deals out there, including Miles Franklin, whether it's a small deal or a large deal. Unfortunately, with smaller deals, we do a cash and carry only in Lauderdale by the Sea at Commercial Rare Coins. If you're buying more than 1,500 ounces of silver and more than 100 ounces of gold, you can call our other service, which is conciergebullion.com, and we can help you there as well. All right, let's get into what the best deals out there are. Gold 1 ounce Eagles are not the best deal out there. There is a wide bid between the bid and ask price. Now remember, give or take 10 or 15 bucks either side of this is probably correct. Gold Eagles are probably between 115 and 130 on the wholesale bid side, and the ask side is probably between 170 and 190 on the ask side for local dealers. You know, it depends on who your local dealers are, what their, you know, who their suppliers are, and you know. But these are basic wholesale bid and ask prices right now, folks. Maple leafs probably anywhere between 25 and 40 bucks per ounce on the bid. Probably anywhere from 60 to 80 on the ask on the wholesale level market for maple leafs. Krugerrands. Your local dealer, including myself, are probably paying anywhere between 20 and 40 bucks. I know that's a wide range on Krugerrands from on the wholesale market, and apparently they're kind of tough to get. They're not really being imported here into the U.S., so limited quantities out there. But the Krugerrands are probably between 45 and 60 bucks per ounce in the wholesale market on the ask side. Okay. What else is out there? I've got a great availability and deal, immediate delivery on the South African gold elephants. Really cool product. My cost is around 55 bucks. If you're buying less than 10, I just add 45 bucks to that price, puts it around 90 bucks over. And again, that's still cheaper than a lot of the locals out there. And if you're buying larger quantities, obviously the price is even cheaper than that. What are the other good deals out there? Britannias are tough to get right now, so I'm not even going to quote on them. Same with Philharmonics. The importation in the U.S. on those two products has not been too good. That's why you're not seeing them out here in APMEX, SDJM Bullion world. Let's see. Kangaroos are available. That's a Australia product. I think that the wholesale buy prices are probably anywhere from 15 to 30 bucks. Again, I'm giving you ranges here, folks. That's wholesale prices. Don't expect to pay those numbers. I'm just telling you what dealers and the bigger dealers out there are buying and selling for. As far as the ask prices go, probably between 40 and 60 on Kangaroos for dealers. Again, that doesn't include profit, and profit is not a dirty word, okay? So if your dealer adds an extra 30, 40, 50 bucks to that, that's not anything bad. I'm giving you not a lot of people are privy to real wholesale prices, and I'm giving it to you right now. As far as gold-proof Eagles, stay the hell away from them. If you got gold-proof Eagles, my God, you're sitting on a gold mine right now. You can turn gold-proof Eagles, original in their boxes, for you can buy an ounce of gold plus a quarter ounce of gold for what you could trade gold-proof Eagles in a box for. My God. Great trade. If you got gold-proof Eagles right now and you're still sitting on them and you haven't rushed down to see me or your local dealer, you're nuts. Take advantage of that freaking premium. Holy crap. as far as fractional goes, there's nothing good in fractionals. The premiums are just ridiculous in Gold Eagles and other type fractionals. I don't even think Maples are making fractionals right now, and a lot of the sovereign mints aren't making fractionals. And I just recently got the word that a lot of the gold companies now are not making larger gold bars and stuff because the money is making the 1 ounce products is the most popular. So that would explain the stupid high premiums on fractional Gold Eagles, fractional Maple Leafs, fractional Krugerrands, and all those other fractional products. A lot of these sovereign mints are producing a lot less than they used to, so they cut out the fractional products and just made the 1 ounce products primarily. What's the best deals out there in fractional products? Really, it's gold sovereigns, 20 francs and that kind of thing. Again, I have a great deal on them. I'll beat APMEX, SD, and JM Bullion. Let me put another screen up there. I don't mean to bore you with the same screen here. And oh boy, there's my theme of the year. And I'll get to comments here in a moment. I've been talking about gold. Let's get to silver right here. In stock silver, again, I advertise to beat SD, APMEX, and JM Bullion. But what shouldn't you buy? You should not be buying 90%. If you own it, my recommendation, of course I know some of you love it, is to sell it, take advantage of the high premium 90% and put it into bars of some sort. The wholesale bid is probably between $6 and $7 on 90%. The wholesale ask on 90% is probably between $8 and $10. As far as what the best deals out there, they are still 100 ounce bars, 1 ounce bars, 10 ounce bars, and kilo bars in silver. There are delayed deliveries on a lot of these products, folks, so keep that in mind. There is a shortage of silver. And I keep saying this over and over and over, and I get the same idiots occasionally saying, there's lots of silver in the world. Yes, never said that. What do I say? There's lack of available silver in the world, okay? So, sorry, keep getting messages there. So anyways, lack of available silver, not lack of silver in the world, okay? And that's what's kind of driving premiums right now, and that's probably what's going to drive the price of silver up and cause the people that hold these paper derivatives to lose their asses. But again, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole right now. We've talked about it enough. And we're talking about premiums. Stay the hell away from U.S. silver dollars, Morgan dollars, Peace dollars. The premiums on them are just fucking stupid. If you got Morgan dollars or Peace dollars and you bought quantities of them at a time when you could buy them for a little bit over the price of silver, sell, 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 just like Silver Eagles, sell, 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 just like 90%, sell, sell, sell. Silver Eagles have come down, including the bid and ask prices. Random Silver Eagles, random dates, basically the wholesale buy price is between $7.50 and $9.50. The wholesale ask price is between $11 and $13. And again, that doesn't include what you'll really pay from your dealer because profit is not a dirty word. And I'm probably one of the few guys, if the only guy on YouTube that's willing to share with you the real wholesale bid and ask prices. Because again, profit's not a dirty word. As far as the other products out there, Maple Leafs, Britannias, Krugerrands, silver, Philharmonics, they're overpriced, folks. Stay away from them. I would recommend that for sure. Well, anyways, I'm going to get into yesterday's video, which, close your eyes if you get dizzy. I'm going to take a sip here. I get dizzy even when I take a... getting dizzy on that sip. Purposely broken and neglected. This was a combination of the peer and a combination of the markets that we have going on right now. I'd like to thank everybody for watching my videos. Please hit that like and subscribe button as well. And there's a little bell here you can hit that guarantees that you'll get notifications when I do my videos. All right, close your eyes again. I'm going to go down the bottom and answer my way up. I haven't done this in a while. First off, for the last couple of weeks, it's been stressful for me for a couple of reasons. For some of you folks that follow my videos, you know why. And I'd like to thank all the kind words and all the support that I've got out there. So thank you. I'm almost back to myself. I'm in reality land right now. So let me answer some questions here. Hello, what's up near Dust? You were the first McNally, whatever you call it. Rubber toes 2,000 to 4,000, but would never buy. That was in response to my question, what do you think Bitcoin will go to? And that was a serious question on my last video. And thank you, Rubber Toe. I think that's an honest answer, 2,000 to 4,000. But I kind of feel the same way. I'm not sure if I would buy, even if it was 2,000 to 4,000. I could risk a couple $1,000 on that, but on buying Bitcoin for 2,000, 3,000. I don't know how much I'd buy, but I would try it just for fun, like a lotto ticket. But again, maybe that's where it's going to bottom at, and that's a buy point. YZF Moto says, I don't buy into crypto. I can't hold it in my hand. I don't buy it. If you can't hack gold and silver, I will never. Absolutely. And you said, forget my login pass. I would have forgotten my my login pass or whatever the hell you call it for cryptos, whether I kept it in a wallet or whether I kept it in hard storage, whatever the hell they call it. I would have lost it. Another reason why I probably would never own anything that required a complex password, because I'm going to lose the password or forget it. You can't lose it with gold and silver. The most you can do is forget where you hid it. Michael, negligence and greed, what other reasons do you need? Can't argue with that. And thanks for commenting. Brian, don't give in to peer pressure. Oh, that was funny. Even Jeff Keller agrees. I steer clear of cryptocurrency. The market said boo, and the sector fell to pieces. Yes. Crypto and Bitcoin never at any price. Yes, Colleen. I try to keep an open mind. I really, really try. I'm not trying to say never, 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 but boy, especially with this collapse that we've seen with the Sam Beckman and the juveniles that ran that major multi-billion-dollar company, it gets easier to say never, never, never. So, yeah. Tom, too, I'd get interested in Bitcoin at 13,000. Interesting point, 13,000. All right, thank you, Tom, appreciate that. I just don't trust crypto, partly because I'm too old and I'm concerned that it's vulnerable to the vagaries of power supply, internet government. Another reason, besides me losing my password, I'm 100% with you on that as well, Paul. But mostly in 1 kilogram bars. Good for you, buddy. Appreciate it. And again, I'd like to see all you new names out there. I'd like to see you guys commenting with each other and talking to each other. Very far. Listen, I got to tell you, when it comes to comment sections, I see a lot of, people biting at each other and arguing with each other and stuff. But you guys that follow me and make comments and really, what a great community you are. I really appreciate all of you. D-Man says I might bite Bitcoin at 3,000. I'll go up again this time, maybe 180,000. Oh, problem is I really don't trust exchanges. That's why I go for physical gold. Yeah, a lot of good points there, D-Man. It's kind of something that I was just talking about, and I think that you and I concur with that. Eli says, after years of reading about cryptos, I can't get into them without string possibility of a huge financial reach by him. Yeah, that as well. There's so many, the beauty of gold and silver, it's been around for 5,000 years. Again, a track record. And if you hold it and you physically know where it's at and you don't entrust it to someone else and you got it safely stored, I don't think there's any better form of wealth preservation, in my opinion. If you think so, let me know. I mean, even land, they can take it away from you through taxes or eminent domain, all right? Whatever. Silverliner, what's going on? What's going on in Florida? Piers collapsing, condo building. Oh, yeah. Well, the only reason the pier collapsed is because the people that, in the commissioners in town, and they'll try to throw the local, in my opinion, they'll try to throw the local town employees and the town staff under the bus for this, but I told them it was going to collapse last year. I was wrong about one thing. I said it was going to collapse in the next big storm. It collapsed in the next little storm. So I was wrong, but I'm going to the meeting tomorrow night. I'm going to let them know. I'm going to read it out to them. Todd says, indeed, thanks. What's up, Silver? On the elections, sad part is those that believe you should not question previous medal. Yeah, I know, it is sad. I mean, if you have, right, you're in a cancel culture. You're in a culture of young people that have no experience whatsoever and think they're fucking geniuses. And again, I have a young man that works for me that's actually 17, 18 years old. So this is not a widespread thing. It's like everyone else, even the older generation. There's a certain segment of people that are intelligent in certain issues and they're stupid in other issues. Same thing applies to younger people, but I think lack of experience even makes you a tad bit dumber. That was harsh, I'm sorry. Helen says, another memory gone, so many fish caught off that pier. Yeah, I know. Neglecting our public domain. Well, the problem with the pier, Helen, is that it was not owned by the town. It was privately owned, and I'm fine with privately owned stuff. But that person that privately owned that pier let that pier get into such a terrible state that it should have been red tagged. Any other business or any other kind of building that was near failure and had no rebar, no structure, and was about to fall down would have been red tagged. I don't know why the pier wasn't red tagged. If it was my business, your business, or anyone else's home, it would have been red tagged. But I'm going to go to the town hall tomorrow and ask those questions. Thanks for commenting, Helen. I'll be there at 6:30, Lauderdale by the Sea Town Hall, Tuesday night. You can watch it on video. I think Lauderdale by the Sea does live videos. Oh my God, you might get to see what I look like. I've been hiding that for a long time. I'm a decrepit old man. Sorry about that. I'm really not, but, well, my mother says I'm not. Linda, you're calling it like you see it. I happen to agree with you. Thank you. Hugh Daly says I'd spend money on Bitcoin at 5,000. I think it would tease that level. Been watching Bitcoin 2,000. Never spent money to get my Bitcoin. Bitcoin prices get crazy. Yeah. Oh, wow. Here, and I'll read a little bit more. Figure somewhere between 3 and 8K. Yeah, but do we buy it at that level? Should I play around? Should I gamble? What do you guys think? What level do you think that that I should gamble a little bit of money on Bitcoin at? I've seen 2 to 4. I've seen 3 to 8, but it all seems to be under 10. I might just do it. Let me just for fun and let you guys know what happens. Rainbird says SD Bullion currently has $7 million in inventory. No silver shortage there. $7 million ain't freaking nothing, Rainbird. That's one of the major wholesalers out there has that just in one particular product out there. You got to think that $7 million in inventory sounds like a lot to you and I, but it really isn't crap. I mean, I have a customer today, and I get customers. I have frequently sold $1 million amount of gold, $1 million in gold and silver to many customers in the past. So $7 million isn't a lot of money, and that's not a lot of silver either. Again, it's not that there's not silver above ground, that silver just disappeared on Earth. It's how much of that is available and at what level. Not a lot is available at these levels, even with the premium right now. Thanks for commenting, Rainbird. Keep stacking. JTBSSK2, what's up, man? In your opinion, what's the ugliest silver rounds coins you have come across? What's the ugliest silver rounds and coins you have come across? Well, there's a lot of ugly foreign coins out there. There's a lot of, I don't think Roosevelt dimes are too attractive either, if you want to talk about 90%. Washington quarters, I'm a big fan of Washington, but that portrait was never too accommodating for him. I don't, to me, there's very few coins that I really like, you know what I'm saying? Gosh, that's a good question. As far as the silver rounds go, wow, really, there are some good products out there, but I guess I'd really have to show them to you. I don't even know how to explain it to them. Good question, CR Chief. Thanks for that. You kind of stumped me a little bit there and got me thinking. Maybe I'll do a video on that. Brad Greenwell, agree 100%. What's up, dude? I agree 100% with you as well. Chris Dutcher, you're the man. Wish the premiums on 1 ounce rounds would ease off a little bit. $4 to $5 is too much. Can't argue with that, but really, maybe it's not $4 to $5 is too much. Maybe the crooked fucking comics price is just too little, causing this $4 to $5 looking like it's too much. Just trying to throw a different view on that. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate you watching. Gary Wagner says, I think when you put a third person overseeing it, especially from Wall Street and a regular group to the Fed, you have problems. It also talks about Fed crossing Bitcoin to regular run these. I have no doubt about that. In fact, I am of the conspiracy theory, and call me a tinfoil hat wearer. I still believe that there's a possibility that Bitcoin is actually a CIA or an NSA invention, or maybe even a Israeli Secret Service invention, or one of those things. It just seems more probable. Again, that's just my opinion. You can call me an idiot on it, and I'm not an expert in that stuff, and I admit it. John Gordon says, I've been trying to get a 10-ounce Aztec calendar off eBay, can't find it. Do they even exist? I don't even know what a 10-ounce Aztec calendar is, John. You are far ahead of me on this, brother. So good luck in your venture. Can't help you with that, sir. Bonus weekend episode featuring a local government jerk-off report. You demand. Yeah, it definitely was the local government. Again, if you get a chance, I think that they'll do the town council meeting in Lauderdale by the Sea tomorrow night, live or recorded afterwards, and you can see me make my comments and be one of the few YouTube folks to actually know what I look like. Yeah, I'm about 4 foot tall, full of hair. Just kidding. Yeah, thanks. ZZYZRRDFY. Man, I screwed that up. Sorry about that, brother. Azure Blue says, what do you think of platinum in here? Are the Eagles worth a premium? I truly sorry. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. Eagles, listen, my advice in gold, silver, and platinum is timeless. Buy the least expensive premium of a industry recognizable product. If you just write that down, put it in your wallet, and remember that, you will never go wrong. Thanks to Zur, I appreciate that. Christopher McCormick says, preach, brother, governments do more damage. Yeah, absolutely. Especially when it comes to wars and economies and all that stuff. They come out well-intentioned, and I believe some of these people are really well-intentioned, but just because you're an expert in one field, don't make you an expert in another. Someone that thinks that they're a scientist thinks they can be a great politician and wonderful in economics, or a doctor just because they have a degree or whatever. I'm not dissing degrees, but people overestimate their intelligence. I do. I feel that I'm very smart in this business and other things, so therefore I've got the feeling I'm smart in politics and other things, and I'm sure other people are the same, but the reality is we may not be, but we do have our expertises, and what's mine? Precious metals, rare coins. All right. Love the weekend updates. Thank you, Michael Matthews. A sip of coffee to you as well. I didn't see your coffee mug there. Kilos, took your advice 7 months ago. Sorry to hear about you. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that, man. Really do. Zane, what's up, dude? Anonymous Andy, I hope you had a great bike ride. I did. I took a nice motorcycle ride down to A1A down by the Fort Lauderdale, what used to be called the Fort Lauderdale Strip, along the beach there, back up. Visited my mother as well, my aunt, who are up in the Palm Beach County area. So, yeah, I did have a great ride. Thanks, Anonymous Andy. Bob Steiger says, I love your show because you tell the truth, but stuff. Never miss a show. You're on top. Great info, Brian. Keep up the great information. Thanks, Bob. I appreciate that. And tonight's video, I'm going to title something crazy to make people click on it. Why? Well, you can't get views unless you make a great title. And sometimes you got to just, remember the carnivals where the guys would get people to come in and see. You knew what I was. Sometimes I got to do that. So my title tonight might be something like, let me think here. $10,000 gold, $500 silver. I won't go that extreme, but anyways, I'd like to thank all of you for watching. This is Brian Kuzmar, and I haven't shown you this for a while. I forgot about putting it up. This has been my theme for the year, which is probably the most important thing you can teach anyone or show anyone, including your children and nieces, nephews, or whatever, which is think for yourself, question authority. Very powerful statement if you think about it, and most of all, question what you believe to be the truth. Research it. Take the time to look. Realize that you're not an expert in everything, that you can't rely on everything other people say. I can't encourage you folks enough, even when I tell you things that I believe to be the truth, research it on your own. Think for yourself and always question authority, including me. Hey, this is Brian Kuzmar with ConciergeBullion.com. If you're buying more than 100 ounces of gold or 1,500 ounces of silver, and you live anywhere in the continental U.S., I'll beat Atmex, SD Bullion, JM Bullion, and the other big boys out there like Miles Franklin. All of them are great companies I respect, but if you're going to be competitive, who you want to be competitive against? The best, and I am. This is Brian with ConciergeBullion.com, repeating himself. And commercial rare coins and precious metals in beautiful Lauderdale by the Sea. This is my brick and mortar. If you live anywhere in South Florida and you're visiting down in South Florida, please come by and see us. We're open 10 to 4 Mondays through Fridays. We sell anywhere from $1 worth of gold and silver to millions of dollars worth of gold and silver, and we will beat Atmex, SDJ, and Bullion, and the other big boys out there as well. Listen, I want to retire. I'm willing to do it, and how do you do that? Quantity, folks. Thanks for watching. Have yourself a great evening, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye now.